Davey, a win for us tonight, south side of Glasgow against Queen's Park here at Lesser Hampden. What was your thoughts on that 90 minutes?
I thought it was a good workout. I think a couple of the lads looked a wee bit leggy with the game on Friday. I think Queen's Park played on Saturday, but they made a huge amount of changes in the game. I thought they popped it about well. It took us 15-20 minutes to get to grips with the press, but we got a couple of really good turnovers and we probably should have done better in the transition with the turnovers. We had a couple of good chances in the first half. I think Queen's Park might have had a couple of opportunities in the second half. Got in at half time, kind of got a wee bit of information into the boys. I thought we were much better in the press. Then we had to make a couple of changes which kind of took the tempo out of the game, if I'm honest. But wee Brucey got his goal, I think, and another night wee Brucey could be sitting with a hat-trick. I think the keeper pulled off a great save with his header in the first half for a corner, and then he gets the goal for the across for the wide area. Fantastic header. I think he had a 1v1 with the keeper, the header in the first half, and then there was one he kind of snatched it in the first half that he probably could have done a wee bit better with. But it was fairly pleasing. It was a decent workout, and listen, it wasn't great conditions, let's be honest, but the park held up quite well, so I thought it was a decent workout.
A different style of opponent for what we've maybe seen in the past couple of games. Just trying to get that depth and brevity in terms of styles that we face. Is that quite key to your prep for this?
Yeah, I think it's been a short pre-season because by the time the season ended, then you've got to give the boys 4 weeks off, so we've all got 28 days in their contract. So you give them 28 days, but we're back in training last week, so Sunday passed, so it's a really quick turnaround, so you've got 3 weeks, so it was important that I got as many games in this June-July period as possible. So I think that's going to be 9 games in 5 weeks we're going to be hitting before we go into the first league game. So the preparation has been short, we've not had the finances to get away, which really helps you if you can get the summer camp in, you're doing treble sessions. Not really had the opportunity to do that this year with the finances, so it's important that we got a different style of opponents, but we got as many games as possible. So hopefully by early August we're ready to go and we're in a good place. So you're not looking to peak too early, but you're also trying to get as much fitness into the boys in such a short period of time, being the 3 weeks before we've got competitive action on Saturday.
We've came to the end of the kind of first tranche, the kind of prep for the league season, 4 friendlies in. Quite happy with how the squad is sitting, fitness-wise, form-wise, composition-wise as well.
That's 4 clean sheets we've had, 5 goals we've scored. Obviously, went to Ibrox, went to Murray Park and got a 0-0 draw, and they had a really strong team out. Thought our shape was really, really good in that game, our intensity was very good. Thought tonight we lacked a wee bit of intensity in the first half, if I'm honest, but we looked a wee bit leggy, certain players. But I think form-wise we're okay, we're keeping clean sheets, which is the most pleasing aspect of that. I think it's a big part of what I've been trying to build in pre-season going into next year, because I don't think we've done that well enough come the turn of the year. I think we started last season very well in terms of the amount of clean sheets we managed to keep, the amount of games we won 1-0. We lost that momentum, we lost that energy, we lost that desire January onwards. So it's trying to reinstall that into the players and make sure we keep clean sheets, which gives us a chance to go and win games of football in the Premier League. It's always difficult. The first goal generally, it's got a great chance of winning that game of football, so the more clean sheets you can keep, the better the opportunity is going to be to try to win that game of football. So the 4 clean sheets is probably the most pleasing aspect from the previous 4 games.
Was an unfamiliar name tonight in the second half, Carl Ledingham, coming on towards the end of the game. Can you give the supporters a bit of insight into?
So Kaelin came in, he was playing with the 18s, he probably when Stevie Pittman was the manager, so Pitts had kind of said to me, look, keep your eye on this one, Davey. He was only 15 at the time, and to be fair, if I could have, he'd have been playing in the reserve games last year, but the minimum requirement is 16 years of age, so I think he would have made his debut for the reserves at 15 and a half, something along the lines. So he's no long turned 16. We've got him in a full-time contract. I think the kid's got something. He's got a great work ethic, great fitness, great desire. He listens, he wants to learn. He's got a good intellect. He's got a good academic intellect, which I genuinely believe helps you on the football part. You retain information, which is obviously going to help you. So I was quite happy to get him on the park. Not having academy over the last 5-6 years, you've not really had the opportunity to do that. I think the last one, where I can remember looking round at the bench and seeing one of the young boys was wee Noxie, and looking at it, and I don't know, it's like, for me, as a coach, a manager, that's what I want to see. I want to see youth players getting a chance at the football club, but they've got to go and earn that opportunity. And I think he would have been in with the group a wee bit earlier, but he was 15 and a half, so he's turned 16, we've got him into full-time training, which I think is going to see huge benefits from that. So I was quite happy to get him on the park tonight, and delighted he went on the park. I know he's only on for 10-15 minutes, but again, he goes on the park, we don't concede, and it's obviously going to help his confidence, his self-esteem going forward. So I hope the supporters enjoyed it as much as I did, because it's generally a part of the game that brings a smile to my face.
It all starts in earnest then on Saturday, away to Brecon, to kick off the Viaplay Cup campaign. Thoughts heading into that one?
It's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be a difficult game. I know Craig Levine's up there as well, and Craig knows Premier League football as well as anybody does, so I've no doubt he'll be helping Andy out. He'll be giving him as much information as possible, so it's going to be a difficult game of football. Brecon away, was it 2 years ago? That was the opening game, so you know when you go up there, the park's going to, at this time, well, assuming the rain doesn't stay on for the next 5-6 days, but the park's always wonderful at this time of the year. It's a great wee surface, great wee stadium. It's a great day out for the supporters. Hopefully the sun's out. Hopefully we can go there, get 3 points and start the League Cup campaign as well as possible.